Welcome back to Car Drive Next, the channel where we take a closer look at the most iconic machines that make enthusiasts' hearts race. Today, we are diving into something truly special, a car that carries one of the most legendary badges in automotive history. We're talking about the 2026 Nissan Skyline GT-R R34, a car that brings back the magic of the past while pushing boundaries into the future. This is not just a revival, it's a statement. A reimagining of a nameplate that defined performance car culture around the world. For many, the R34 is more than a car, it's a dream, a symbol of Japanese engineering mastery and tuner culture. Now, Nissan has taken that dream, brought it into 2026, and given it new life. As we approach the car for the first time, the exterior immediately feels familiar yet futuristic. Nissan has carefully balanced nostalgia with modern aerodynamics. The front end has the unmistakable Skyline GT-R signature quad-circle headlights, reinterpreted with LED matrix technology. They have a sharper, more angular look now, with aggressive daytime running lights tracing the upper edges like eyebrows, giving the car an intimidating stare. The iconic grille is back, slightly wider and lower to emphasize stance, proudly wearing the GT-R emblem. Beneath it sits a functional air intake system with active shutters that adjust depending on cooling needs, and a redesigned front splitter in carbon fiber for aerodynamic stability at high speeds. Every vent, every crease, has a purpose, and yet the design still whispers back to the 1999 R34 that enthusiasts fell in love with. Moving along the side, the silhouette retains that unmistakable Skyline proportion. Long hood, short rear deck, and that muscular, slightly boxy but sleek profile. The fenders flare out, housing massive 21-inch forged alloy wheels wrapped in ultra-low-profile performance tires. The wheels themselves are lightweight, inspired by racing designs, with a machined finish that catches the light as you walk around. There's a strong character line running through the doors that channels airflow towards the rear, and functional side vents behind the front wheels reduce turbulence while cooling the massive carbon ceramic brakes. The side mirrors are slim, housing cameras that feed to the interior display, reducing drag. And, of course, the door handles are flush, popping out only when you approach with the smart key. The overall stance of the car screams power, sitting low, wide, and ready to pounce, but it doesn't overdo the drama. It's clean, purposeful, and unmistakably GT-R. At the back, Nissan knows fans would never forgive them if they abandoned the legendary Skyline cues, and they didn't. The round taillights, perhaps the most iconic feature of any GT-R, return here in modernized form. They're now full OLED rings that light up with a futuristic glow, and when you hit the brakes, the inner circle pulses slightly, giving a sense of motion even when stopped. The rear bumper is aggressively sculpted with massive air outlets for heat extraction, and the quad titanium exhaust tips sit neatly within a carbon diffuser. Above, the rear wing is adjustable, using electronic actuators to alter its angle depending on speed and driving mode. It's large, commanding attention, but it feels integrated rather than tacked on. The whole rear end communicates power, heritage, and performance in equal measure. Stepping inside, Nissan has managed to strike a balance between modern digital luxury and driver-focused simplicity. You open the light-away door and sink into racing-inspired bucket seats, wrapped in a combination of premium leather and Alcantara. The driving position is spot-on, hugging you in place while keeping comfort for long drives. Ahead of you, the steering wheel is flat-bottomed, leather-wrapped, and incorporates haptic feedback controls for different systems. The gauge cluster is now a fully customizable digital display, but it pays tribute to the classic GT-R multifunction screen by allowing you to monitor turbo boost pressure, oil temperature, G-forces, and lap times with just a swipe. It's a perfect nod to the past while leveraging today's technology. The center console features a crisp OLED touchscreen angled slightly toward the driver, with a user interface designed specifically for performance cars. You can toggle through different driving modes, from comfort to sport, to track, and even a custom mode where you can fine-tune suspension stiffness, steering feel, and power delivery. A high-quality Bose audio system is built in, but let's be honest, the real music in this car comes from the engine. There are premium materials everywhere, with exposed carbon fiber trim, brushed aluminum, and contrast stitching in GT-R red. In the rear, space is minimal as expected, but Nissan hasn't forgotten daily usability. There are small seats for passengers, just like the original Skyline, Keeping that 2+2 spirit alive, the trunk is reasonably sized for a sports coupe, so you can carry your weekend bags without compromise. Now, performance is what defines the Skyline GT-R, and this new 2026 R34 delivers in a way that honors the past but embraces the future. Under the hood, Nissan has developed a twin-turbocharged 3.0-liter inline-six engine, an evolution of the legendary RB series, now re-engineered with hybrid assistance. The combustion engine alone produces over 550 horsepower, with an additional 150 horsepower coming from an electric motor integrated into the drivetrain. Together, the system delivers a combined output of around 700 horsepower, sending power to all four wheels through an advanced Atessa ETS all-wheel drive system. The result is breathtaking acceleration of 0 to 60 miles per hour in just 2.7 seconds, with a top speed well beyond 200 miles per hour. The hybrid system isn't just about power, it's about efficiency and responsiveness. The electric motor eliminates turbo lag, filling in power instantly, while regenerative braking keeps the battery charged without needing external plugs. The chassis has been engineered with lightweight materials like carbon fiber reinforced plastics and high-strength steel, giving it rigidity without excessive weight. Adaptive suspension reads the road ahead using cameras and adjusts stamping in milliseconds. Cornering feels sharp, precise, and confidence-inspiring. Nissan has also integrated four-wheel steering, improving agility in tight turns and stability at high speeds. Braking comes courtesy of massive carbon ceramic rotors clamped by 6-piston calipers, offering fade-free stopping power even after repeated track abuse. Every element of the driving experience feels sharpened, refined, and connected to the heritage of the GT-R name. When it comes to pricing, Nissan knows this isn't just any car, it's a halo vehicle, a flagship meant to inspire and excite. The base model of the 2026 Nissan Skyline GT-R R34 is expected to start around $150,000, but with performance packages, carbon upgrades, and exclusive launch editions, the price can climb past $200,000. While that may sound steep, it's important to remember this isn't just a car, it's a legend reborn, a collector's dream, and a piece of automotive history that has been carefully reimagined for a new generation. Demand will likely exceed supply, and for enthusiasts, owning one will feel like owning a piece of living culture. As we wrap up this review, it's hard not to admire what Nissan has accomplished. The 2026 Skyline GT-R R34 is more than just a modern sports car. It's a love letter to the past, to the late 90s and early 2000s when the original R34 defined an era. It blends heritage design cues with cutting-edge technology, delivers staggering performance numbers while still offering everyday usability, and most importantly, it carries forward the soul of the GT-R badge. For fans who grew up idolizing Skylines in movies, games, and motorsport, this new generation is the dream realized. Nissan didn't just bring back a name, they brought back a feeling, the thrill of driving something truly special. Thanks for watching Car Drive Next. If you enjoyed this in-depth look at the 2026 Nissan Skyline GT-R R34, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit the bell so you don't miss our next review. Drop a comment below. Would you choose this modern R34 over its classic predecessor, or do you think the old school charm still wins? Until next time, keep driving forward.